Okay, so the things you'll need to start doing this activity and figuring out your urban density index, you'll need Google Earth open, you will need Microsoft Word open, okay, with a blank document, and you will also need to go to Google, and you will need to Google graph paper, all right? Graph paper, have a look what it comes up, make sure you've selected images, and select some graph paper, okay? Go to view image, right click, save image as, and save it somewhere that you will be able to find it again. Okay, once you've done that, you then also need your list of coordinates for the places where you're going to collect water, and I'm going to do Bang Prek. So I'm going to copy the coordinates here. I'm going to go to Google Earth, enter them into Google Earth, and tell it to find them. Now, you want to make sure that it makes sense. You might have copied a figure wrong. You end up somewhere in Saudi Arabia, probably not where you collected water. So, make sure this makes sense. This looks right. We're still on the Chao Phraya River, and we're at the entrance here to a klong, which is likely where you're taking the boat up to do your water collection. Let's right-click on this and go to properties, and I'm going to change this now to the name on my template, which is Bang Prek. I'm going to say OK, and I'm also going to save to my places, okay, and that will save it over here in the water collection site folder. Alright, now I want to calculate my urban density index and get a good area around here. So using the ruler, making sure I'm on meters, not centimeters. Okay, I want meters. I'm going to go out from my collection point. Okay, and I'm going to go out roughly what I think is about 300 meters, and then I can adjust it. So grabbing the end of it here, I can move it around. I want to go out due east to get this to be a straight line, and you can see it's a little jig-jaggedy, 342, so I'm going to come in, try and get that as close to 300 meters as I possibly can. There we go, and then make sure my line is straight. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to save that, and I am going to take a screenshot of this. However you take screenshots, I use the clipper, but I'm using Windows 8, so however you do that, take a picture then of your screen, take it over to Microsoft Word and paste it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put your graph paper on top of this. It's important that you now insert an actual square and not a rectangle, or your graph paper will be distorted. So we select rectangle, hold down the shift key and pull that to make a perfect square. Okay, now I'm going to right click on here and format my shape. It's got a solid fill at the moment. I'm going to put a picture in there, a picture of the graph paper. Okay. I'm going to adjust my transparency. When you insert the graph paper, it's going to completely cover your picture like that. So you want to increase the transparency to about 55, 60, so you can see the graph paper and the map below it. Okay, and once I've done that, I can close this. I'm going to move my graph paper over a little bit, and I'm going to count now how many squares I have for this 300 meters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I want a square around here It is 21 by 21 in all directions, right? So I do that. I'm going to insert a shape, and I'm going to estimate it at first. Okay, it's fine, I can change it later. And again, now I can't see anything. Let's go to Format Shape. Let's change this transparency right here so I can see my graph paper below it. And now I can get this at 21. I can extend this, and remember to keep it as a square. I'm going to hold down Shift so that I've got 21 boxes coming out in all directions. Okay, and then I can double check that. The yellow point then should be right in the middle of my box, which obviously it isn't here. My computer's going slow, but you're going to do a much better job than that. Okay, so that is how to draw your quadrat on Microsoft Word. After that, you'll calculate the urban density index following Miss Ferguson's video.